Hello everyone, I'm Ep94.
And I'm Sandman 99.
Welcome back to Fallout 4 G9-13 playthrough.
Yes. And today we're going to be doing some building. But in order to get the required skills, because I needed one more level up, I actually went and I rescued Nick Valentine. Because that was, I did this off camera, of course.
Yep.
Because that was one of the loose ends that I'd kind of left from the Fens Sheriff's Department storyline, as we overlook lovely sanctuary here. But I was curious as to what the mod author of the Fens Sheriff's Department would do with that, because rescuing Nick Valentine and then going to Fort Hagen, those are pretty major events in the vanilla main storyline.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did that, and actually I think he has made some sort of changes to that, because as you recall, we saw the Pridwin enter the Commonwealth over by the Mass Pike Tunnel.
Yep.
In the Fens Sheriff's Department storyline. And so when we went through Fort Hagen and came out the other side, well, like obviously we did not see the Pridwin come out when when you finish Fort Hagen and you unlock that elevator and go back up to the roof.
Yep.
And then the first thing you see is the Pridwin coming out of the west as the Brotherhood of Steel arrives in the Commonwealth, and of course that particular event did not happen. So that was kind of interesting. It looks like at the very least he fixed that. And another thing I found is I actually found a Deadeye powerful or Deadeye radium rifle, right?
Nice.
So I'm using this now as a replacement for the good old automatic, like the combat rifle that had the poisoner perk on it.
Mm-hmm. Because
radiation from the radium rifle is actually more powerful than poisoner, and any enemies that were immune to poison are immune to radiation as well, usually anyways, right?
Yeah, it's a fairly common resistance.
Yeah, exactly. So all things considered, when I compared the two weapons in the workbench after putting the most powerful automatic receiver on this gun, the base damage for the two of them is identical. Right, the radium rifle and the combat rifle are very similar weapons as far as damage output goes.
Plus the radium rifle looks a bit more stylish.
Well, and also, I think that, like the fire rate is the same, the base damage is the same, the weight of it is actually a little bit lighter. I think that the radium rifle is ever so slightly lighter than a combat rifle is. So, anyway, and I think that, see the Overseer's Guardian combat rifle there? I mean, I've got a long barrel on it and that kind of thing, but it's quite a lot heavier than the radium rifle. And I think that the original idea that the game designers had is, I think when you get up to certain play levels, I think they actually intended for the radium rifle to replace the combat rifle, maybe?
Yep.
But anyway.
It's just with powerful items like Overseer's Guardian.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on the role you want your weapons to play, right? Because Overseer's Guardian seems to make a pretty good sniper weapon for you.
Yeah, I think that probably the only thing that I'd be likely to find that would make a better sniper weapon than Overseer's Guardian is if I were to get my hands on a Gauss rifle of some sort, because those things are like the big daddy of sniper rifles, right?
Yep.
They do an absolutely, even a non-legendary one does an absolutely massive amount of damage when you have it all built up, right, through your perks and that kind of stuff. And, like all things considered, I think that a fully kitted out Gauss rifle would probably do about twice as much damage as Overseer's Guardian does. That being said, though, you have to charge each shot before you fire it in order to get the most out of it.
Whereas with Overseer's Guardian...
With Overseer's Guardian, you don't. So if you put, like, a combat scope on it, which I did with Overseer's Guardian, well, you can still use Overseer's Guardian at close quarters by aiming in third person like this, right?
Yep.
Whereas the Gauss rifle is not as, it has a very slow fire rate compared to a combat rifle, right?
Yep.
So it's not really as good a close quarters weapon, and I'd prefer to use this thing here at close quarters anyway. And of course I get the legendary slow time for a little bit because of the Deadeye mod, right?
Yep.
Or Deadeye legendary. But anyway, we're talking a lot here, but
we're going to build today.
Yes, we're going to talk about what we're going to try and do today. And what we're going to try and do is build an overland conveyor system that goes from the Red Rocket truck stop all the way back to Sanctuary Hills. And for that, one of the things I needed to make this a little bit easier to do was I needed basically the highest rank of science so that I could build a, sufficient power in order to power all of these wonderful conveyors that I'm going to need.
Oh, you're going to build a fusion generator?
You betcha. But for now, we're going to turn the power off on our automatic
vacuum hopper doohickey thing?
Workbench emptier. And we're going to have to rearrange some things in here a little.
All right.
And, of course, we're not going to need this conveyor storage anymore, but it still has a whole bunch of stuff inside it, so we're just going to stick it over here for now. And we don't really need the component sorter anymore. I'm not going to sort stuff, so I'm just going to take all the stuff out of the component sorter, and I'll just store it in the workbench, I guess, for now. And this conveyor storage, which holds all the junk that I had sorted out, right, one holds junk items, one holds not junk items, I guess. Oops. So we'll just put that over here for now, too, for the time being. And what we're going to do, we'll save this left turn conveyor belt, too, because we may need it later. And we'll scrap that ball peen hammer that obviously fell off the conveyor system. So we're going to leave the vacuum hopper in place. And what we're going to do is we're going to build an elevator that snaps onto the end of that.
All right.
And in order to do that, we're going to need to do a little bit of construction here to replace or remove, I guess, some floor sections. And I'm not sure how many we need to remove. So we'll go here to power, to manufacturing, to conveyor belts. And we'll go right to the very end where we have conveyor lifts, which basically what I think of as basically a bucket elevator, right?
Yep.
That's what, okay, and we have like ones that conveyor belt lift that goes
at an angle.
At an angle, at a right angle. So it looks like that one is the one we probably need, right? But before we build it, we'll have to also get rid of this upper floor piece because it's in the way. Oh, and we had some other items, I guess, attached to that.
Oh,
so
well.
I'll have to go up and see what that was.
Can always replace that floor piece with a half floor piece, maybe.
Yep. Oh, yeah, for sure. But I just want to see what it was that got... Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh!
Right. So that's fine. We'll store the wire there, and then we'll reconnect over here. Right?
Yep.
Funny. Funny stuff. So that's fine. We'll put that over here. There.
Perfect.
Okay. So that we got power out to our laser turret there again. I'm not sure whether we had a turret of some sort over here maybe that got removed as well. But that's fine. We'll get back to that a little bit later.
All right.
For now, we're going to go back to our elevator here. I think that's the one we're looking for.
Yep, that's the right angle one.
So we'll snap that into place right there. And
perfect clearance.
I think we've got just exactly the right amount of clearance there, so I think that'll probably work. So then we'll go up the stairs here. And we see that we have our elevator sticking out. Well, it's awfully close, but anyway, we'll see.
That's probably good enough.
That's probably good enough. Now, you'll notice here that this is the discharge end, and we're facing that way, okay?
Yep.
Which is more or less the way we want to face, but we want to be able to hit this at an angle where we're going to be able to more or less follow the left edge of the bridge going into Sanctuary.
That might be what your left turn piece is for.
Yep. and so that's why I saved that piece instead of scrapping it, so I don't have to use the materials to build it again if I need to. But for now, I'm going to put a straight conveyor piece that snaps onto the end of this, and then we'll put another straight conveyor piece right there.
We might have to jam a vacuum hopper into this thing later.
But that's what I'm doing here right now.
Oh.
Okay? Because I actually have a half-length piece, right?
Yeah.
And in the interests of attempting to do this in a more or less sort of... I mean, I guess I could put it there. I'm not sure if that's far enough in, or I could put it here, right? Which might be too far. I'm not really too sure.
Well, I guess you'll figure it out.
Yeah. Actually, we'll try it maybe without the half piece first, just to see if it works. And what we can do, you'll notice now that the end of the vacuum hopper is snapped in there. And the reason we do that... Whoops. Oh, I went and I made another one. Oh. That's okay. We'll need another one later anyway, so we'll just stick it over here. The reason that I did that is because if you look in the end here, for some reason, sometimes you get materials that will come up through the elevator and then they'll stop right there.
Yep.
And they won't come out. But actually, RecV5X watched a video made by someone. I don't remember who. I don't know. Do you remember the guy's name?
Oh, no. I just looked up a random thing online.
Yeah,
I was just trying to help you with your problem.
Yeah, but anyway, he basically demonstrated how you can stick a vacuum hopper into a elevator like this.
Yep.
In order to draw materials into the vacuum hopper and then continue on down the line there.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is we're going to test this now and see if this will actually work. So we'll take this, and I know we're building things kind of up in the air right now, but...
it's prototyping.
Yeah, it's exactly, it is. So, okay, I guess maybe I'll put it there for now, and then we'll just move this piece of fence out of the way. And, okay, there. Now we've got a storage unit there, and we're going to grab all of this junk out of here. And I think we've got power attached to everything except for the vacuum hopper. So we'll have to go... Yeah, why don't I just go through this removed section of fence that I removed, right?
Yep.
So we'll have to go up. Is there something still? Oh, okay. There's another power pylon. That must have been the power pylon that got displaced when I moved that thing, right?
No, maybe.
But that's okay, because we can put it right here.
And use it to power this.
And use it to power this thing. So we'll put power to that. And then we'll put power back to that. And now we got power to our vacuum hopper. Oh dear, we also want to put a switch there though, I think. Right? So I think what we'll do is we'll put... In fact, we probably should have... We'll just store this one for now.
Oh, all right.
We'll put a switched... Oops. A switched power pylon there, right? So that we can control this by turning the power on and off whenever we want. Okay, so right now we have it switched on, which is okay. That's fine.
Yep.
And our conveyor belt lift, of course, doesn't have any power applied to it because we have this switch down here switched off. But what we'll do is, I think I put... Okay, we'll put our junk that we pulled out of that storage thing back into the workshop bench here.
Yep.
Okay. And then we'll turn on the switch, and we'll see what happens. And so here comes some stuff out of there. It should go into that elevator, and then it should come up here and go, look at that. It looks like it works.
Yep.
Right? So all that stuff will end up in that storage bin there. Right? Perfect. So now we can go down here, and the reason you want multiple switches in any kind of thing like this, of course, is so that you can shut portions of it off, right?
Without shutting off the whole thing. So
Without shutting off the
the
whole thing, because then I don't want to have a whole bunch of stuff left on the belt over here.
hanging in midair.
Hanging in midair. So I'll just clear the hopper and all that kind of stuff, then I can switch that off again, right? And I think now we'll do a little bit of filling in of gaps here. Because it just so happens that I have another mod. I should have written this down so I'd remember it. It's actually a relatively recently uploaded mod to the Nexus that gives you alternate pieces for wood. For example, this is a half size roof floor combination for upper floors, right?
Nice.
And of course, there's also quarter sized ones like that, right?
Yep.
And you can also build spacers, so if you build your own stairwell and you end up with that annoying gap at the top of the wall, between the top of the wall and the floor above, well,
You can fill it in.
You could fill it in by snapping this onto the top of the wall section, right? So anyway, we're going to snap one of these in here, and we'll put one in there as well. And do we have enough room to put... Yeah, we do. Okay, we'll put one there too. So, now we've got our nice little hole in the floor here with our elevator sticking up through it. And I think what we're also going to do is we're going to just make life a little bit easier here by making a catwalk that goes alongside this. For now. At least out to here. We can always get rid of some of these unwanted pieces later, but anyway. So we'll put that out of the way now. For now. And, okay. We can continue on with our conveyor line. Now you'll notice that I've left myself lots of room here, because we're obviously going to have to put another elevator and another vacuum hopper in here before too long, right?
Yes.
Because we're going up a hill. There's like a big hill between here and Sanctuary. So what we're going to do is we're just going to continue on with our conveyor belts. And of course you've got ones that you can put on the ground with feet, but we're going through the air here. And if I wanted to, I could put in another power thingy. You need those every so often. I'm not even sure how many connected conveyor sections you can build before you need to put one of those in. But anyway, we'll just continue our wonderful conveyor line in the air. We'll build supports for it afterwards to be lore friendly and all that kind of good stuff.
Yes, you always like your supports.
That's right. Because you can't just have... Okay, now you'll notice that I've gotten outside the border here. But that's not really a problem, because it says you're outside the settlement border, but you can't build anything here unless ... And what I did was I actually installed a mod here recently called Settlement Infinite Outside Border Time. And that basically allows you to be in the workbench outside of the border of the settlement for as long as you want.
Nice.
You can't actually, like, scrap items or anything like that out here unless you had some other mod, I guess, that might allow you to do that.
Yep.
But you can build stuff within the boundaries of your settlement and then bring those items back out.
And snap them to things.
And snap them to things. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have a look at possibly another... Oh yeah, right, we've got that right angle conveyor piece over here somewhere, right?
Yes, I think you might have stored it, but you still have it.
Or I might have just left it in here, right? I'd have just left it. Okay, yeah, mate, you're right, I did. I stored it. Okay. So I guess we'll go back out here again. And we'll need our left turn piece, right? Which connects there. Except that I can't build it there, but I can back up here and I can build it. And of course you need the mod place everywhere. in order to make this work too. And Place Everywhere is actually a pretty old mod. Came out around 2016 or thereabouts.
Yep.
So it's been around for a long time, and it's still a hugely useful mod for building things. So then we can stick another elevator in right here. Except that we have to
build it in this element.
And we'll just use a straight discharge one, like a, you know, we're not looking to change directions just yet.
All right.
Because what we want to do, of course, is we want to go up here and we want to aim through roughly this gap.
Yes.
Right? Because you can look down this gap and you can see the left edge of the bridge. And by the way, that is obviously a bridge replacer. I'm not sure how well this would work with the good old vanilla sanctuary board falling apart bridge. But I would imagine you could probably build whatever supports you wanted and just use one edge of the bridge as a measuring tool, I guess, to...
Yeah, just throw steel beams under it.
yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I'm going to do with a lot of this, right? I'm just going to throw steel beams underneath. And sometimes you have to fudge them in because these things don't have snap points on them, right?
Yeah.
But with Place Everywhere, I mean, you can fudge stuff like that in quite a bit, too. And also, you know, sometimes you can... use the snap points on blocks and that kind of thing too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't have any loose parts laying around in here now, I don't think. So we can just go ahead and build. So we're going to go back here now. And I think we're going to have to do our little trick like we did earlier, right? Again. Oh yeah, we do have a piece right here already built. So anyway, we'll snap that piece on there, and then we'll have to snap another piece on. Right? So it goes through the tree there. Maybe we'll have to add a length to this, right? So we'll move all of this stuff up here a bit so we don't end up going through that tree.
Yeah, that half-length piece that you have sitting back there might be good for that.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's give that a go and see if that will be enough. Is that enough? Yep, that's enough. I think that's enough to get us past the pesky tree there. Yeah,
yep.
Easily. And of course, it's easier to build these things in right angles, really. And I think now a right turn piece is in order, and I think that will almost take us to where we want to go. We might have to do a little bit more fudging and stuff like that, but we'll worry about that afterwards. But now we can take this piece out again and put where's our extra vacuum hopper right there? Okay, so we'll stick our extra vacuum hopper in there. And then we will look for a right turn. Okay. And let's see now. We're going right over top of this rock, which might be a little bit early. So maybe what we'll do is we'll try putting...
straight piece back in?
Yeah. Actually, if I had another half piece, that might almost be enough. But we'll try the full-size... straight piece first. Where did that piece go? Where
it was just behind you, right there.
Oh, yeah, there. Yeah, there it is, right there. Okay. So we'll try this first, and then we'll follow this along here, and this looks about right. Looks about right. Okay, we might have to add a half piece just to get past these trees here. I'm not sure, but we'll find out. We'll find out. But anyway, we'll continue on here now with some more straight pieces. Might as well build a couple of them. Okay, well, I guess we'll be able to tell better once we get there. I have a feeling we're probably going to need that half piece, right?
Well, we shall see.
But anyway, the unlimited outside the border mod is actually a really, really nice. It's just an ESP. Like, there isn't any scripts or anything like that involved. It's just basically you install the mod with your mod manager, or if you are a manual installer guy, it's super simple. You just copy the ESP into your data folder, right?
Yep.
And I would imagine that if you decided you didn't want it anymore for some reason, removing it would be that easy as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a particularly complicated thing. Okay, yeah, it's going to clip through the tree. So we need that half piece, right? We need to add a half piece on here before the turn, just to get us around that tree.
Alrighty.
See, if I let go of that one while I had it out there, it just goes back to where I'd left it, right?
Yep.
Previously. So we'll move the corner piece out. We'll put that half piece there, and we'll just build it out from there. Okay, looks like we got a bush right there too. Damn it. Okay, we might be able to do something with this though. We'll try this. First of all, we'll do a quick save because we've done a fair amount of stuff here. Okay, so we'll go into the console and we will see if we can click on this bush. And we will go disable. Okay, I guess I got the wrong bush, right?
I think you got the ground.
Did I get the ground?
You got the texture on the ground, but now the ground is different.
Oh, I don't know. It looks okay to me. All right. Maybe I can't actually lock onto the bush too. I don't know.
Ah, well.
Yeah, we need like a half a piece. But that's okay. Maybe what we'll do...
Could always use a second lift.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is when we get to about here, we'll put in another lift, and we'll just go over it. But we'll pause briefly while we reload the game here, so that thing that I disabled is no longer disabled.
Alrighty. And we're back, and we're going to go over the bush with a lift.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was that I disabled there. I don't really see anything. Well, maybe it was this stick.
Oh, no, you know what it is? You see that little tiny patch of grass underneath that bush? Like dead grass? Or I don't know. It was like that texture area.
Maybe it was this
oh,
shrub
maybe.
here.
Maybe that's what you got.
It was.
Maybe that's what it was, yeah.
So maybe I could get the bush, but you know what? Instead of being lazy like that, we'll just go back over here and we'll put another elevator in. How about that, hey?
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. So we'll go over here till we're within the boundaries of our settlement again.
Probably easier than getting over a tree, too.
Yeah. Okay. However, I guess if you could actually lock onto that bush, you could probably disable it, like remove it by using the disable command. I'm in the wrong thing. Okay. And so we'll just build another elevator here. And drag it over here. And we'll set it there temporarily. Okay.
That's about where it need to be.
Yeah, let's try putting it right about there.
It's hard to see with the bush in the way.
Too close. right? I need to be a little bit further away here so I can see what I'm doing.
There you go.
There. Okay. Elevator. We go over top. And then we'll have to do our little conveyor trick thing again. And build ourselves another vacuum hopper. See, this is engineering at its best, right? You build all the stuff, like, just levitating in midair. And then you come back later and build all the supports for it, right?
Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh, yes, this is fun. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh, yeah, vacuum hopper. We need another vacuum hopper. It's starting to get dark. I'm going to have to go and have a nap, too.
Yep.
So we'll stick the vacuum hopper there. We'll move this conveyor piece, I guess, over to there. We'll stick the vacuum hopper there.
You got another straight piece here.
Yeah, got another straight piece here. Going. Okay, how are we doing for line here? Looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it looks like you'll be crossing the bridge at a slight angle. So you'll probably have to introduce some hoppers in order to straighten it out.
Well, we're going to have to do a hopper anyway, and I think we're going to do a hopper right about next, right? And that's actually where we will end the line coming from the Red Rocket truck stop. We'll just make sure we don't have any straight... Uh-oh. Crap. Oh! Let's back up from that a little bit.
There you go, the Deadeye saved your life.
Wow.
But not in the way you thought.
Yeah, I must have a missile turret up there.
I think you do.
Yeah, I almost got friendly fired by my own missile turret. I was a lot more worried about that than I was about the vampire, to tell you the truth.
See, missile turret's the finest in industrial
That's
protection.
Right. Yeah, there's one right there, see?
Yep.
We got a missile turret there. Scary. Anyway.
Disgusting.
Guess we need to take care of some of our bodily needs. We're busy building away here. So we'll have to drink and eat and sleep, and then we can get back at it.
Alrighty.
What are we going to have to eat? Well, there's some grilled radstag. Yeah, we still got some of that. So, there we go. But before I go and hit the hay here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in our additional power. Okay. Because as you can see, my power thing there is kind of lit up now because I probably got more items than the amount of power that I have available.
Yep.
So I'm just going to build a fusion generator right now. And then I guess we need to connect it to something.
You connected to that power pylon right there.
Yeah, I know. I just want to put it somewhere where I don't have to stumble over it all the time. You know, because it's kind of... that's kind of an awkward spot. Maybe I'll move this power pylon over a little bit and we'll just put it right here. Like this. And then we can connect it to this pylon right there. There, now my power needs are happy again. Wow, that's a little crooked, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, well, we'll just put it like that then.
Now you got a power line running through it.
Oh, do I have a power line running through it? Damn it. Okay, well, we'll move it out a little bit there then. To make the green things happy. Right? Yeah. There.
That'll do it.
Okay, so we've got all the power that we could possibly need now. At least from this end.
Yep.
So now it's time to go find a bed and have a nap here because I'm just going to go crash in somebody's bed here. I imagine I have my own bed built here somewhere, but I have no idea where.
Interesting.
Hey, buddy, get out of the way.
I'm probably sleeping in his bed. That's probably why he's standing there, right?
Oh, God. And his response to it is, huh, interesting.
Yeah.
Another day, another double shift.
So you're gonna have to switch workshop menus then when you get to a sanctuary.
Well, I
huh?
think what we're going to do is we're probably going to build a hopper at the end of this particular conveyor thing here.
Yep.
And then we'll figure things out from there, more or less, right?
Alrighty.
So we got to go back over to here. And back into power.
Hopper.
Oh, I'm in the wrong thing again here. Yeah. Okay, and there's this big hopper right here. And this thing does have snap points on it. So we can kind of sort of adjust it. You know, like we can start with it more or less snapped in the center. And then we can go back here and kind of eyeball where the center of the discharge is there. That looks about right.
Yep.
At least according to my survey instruments, but we do have the ability to move that hopper like a little notch one way or the other if we need to as well.
Yes.
But now we're going to have to get power out to all of this stuff in order to make it work. Okay, because we've got power interrupted here, right? Which means we'll have to have a power connector come to here. I think that hopper requires its own power connector as well. And of course we've got power interrupted here, so we're going to have to replace one of these. Well, actually, no, we can power it from here, so we should be good there. Right, and that will power that conveyor belt lift as well. So, anyway, I think we've got power now from here all the way out to here. So we just need power to there. So we'll start working on that now.
Alright.
And it looks like we are going to end up with a few extra pieces left over here, right?
Oh, that's okay.
Or at least one extra conveyor piece, I guess. But I'm not going to use it to build the other way from Sanctuary. Just because I want to try and keep this clean and power anything that was built here from power supplies here.
Otherwise, things get a little messy and awkward.
And the power chain will be broken at that hopper anyhow. So the conveyor line coming from okay, so we might as well just there. So the power coming from Sanctuary Hills will be powered completely separately.
Yes.
But anyway, we need to put in a couple of power pylons here, I think. Some big ones. Okay.
Oh,
gap.
whoa. Gap in the fence. Did you replace
there it is.
No,
No,
there
no,
it
I
is.
didn't. I just couldn't find it. Because we're retrofitting here, it makes it kind of a little more complicated, right?
Yep.
But anyway, yeah, we'll put a power pylon here. And then actually we could do a nifty thing like, if we put it on the other side, we could connect it to that switch. Right?
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea.
There. So we can put the power pylon here. We'll connect it to this switch so that we can control the whole rest of the line all the way down there from this switch. Right? And then we'll we'll put another one in here. And with place everywhere, I can put these things almost as unlimited distance apart, almost until the wire drags on the ground, but I prefer to, you know, like I'll take it out here until it
Stops
There,
being green.
Right there, stops being bright green.
Yep.
Because then that way I know I'm getting the optimal distance without going, like past what the design limit is supposed to be for the... Of course, I can't really tell here because it's always... Like, basically, without place everywhere, then this item would have already turned red.
Yep.
And it would not allow me to place it anyways.
That's about right for distance anyways.
Yeah, it looks about right. So then we'll put up another one here. And we'll head over and we'll stick it about there. And we need to put power to this vacuum hopper. And then we need one more over here. I think we need to build like 2 more power pylons actually.
All right.
From this end, and then we should be good. Okay, so we'll put one about here. Connect it to... Okay, maybe let's put it up a little bit higher. We'll put it up on top of this rock.
There you go.
There. It just looks nicer. It isn't clipping into the box, right? Okay, and then the connector for this one is actually over here. So, as you can see, I might be able to go directly from there to there, but it just makes more sense to have a power pylon there.
Oh. Is that the right one?
Is that the right one? I grabbed the wrong one. Yeah, no, this one isn't connected to anything.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm good.
The confusion of power pylons.
Yep. It's all very confusing. Whoops. Damn it. I forgot. You can't jump when you've got a hold of one of these things because it wants to then think that you're connecting a wire to something. So you have to... yeah. Okay. Maybe what we'll do is we'll go and we'll put it over here, kind of, sort of, and then we'll do our jumping around and stuff, or climbing around, or whatever. Oops. Oh. Okay, so way up on top of this here rock. Actually, you know what? We could maybe use a smaller one to go under the belt and then back up, right?
Yep.
And actually, we could make that... because I think we want to be able to switch that hopper on and off individually as well. You don't want to just apply power to it, because what'll happen is if you apply power to it, that little trap door there stays open all the time.
Yep.
So if you can, like I don't really see any reason to, except for testing purposes, I might want that door to be shut so that this thing will just contain stuff, right? So I guess we'll go back here now and we'll build another switch.
Okay.
Maybe we'll make this one a large one. And we'll make a small power pylon as well. Just to get our power to go underneath the conveyor system here. Before we go back up to that other larger one. So we can go like this. And we can go like this. Okay, so now that's connected, and anything connected to this should get power from it.
Just need your switch.
So now we just need to go over here and grab our switch. which we will put kind of sort of. I'm not sure where I want to put that now. Maybe here. If I can reach there. I can't reach there.
You could use it on top of the rock there instead of the large power pylon.
Yeah, maybe I could. That would be a good idea, actually. I should do that. Then I can, I don't know, I guess I could scrap that power pylon or store it or something and use it for something else someday.
You might even be able to use it from Sanctuary.
No, because you don't want to mix settlement sources, right?
Ah.
Okay, so we'll just deconnect that for now, and we'll store that one, and we'll grab this. Yeah, I should have made that switch to begin with, right? And we'll get this guy positioned about where I want him to be. Connect him to there. Then I can connect that. There. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to have to turn that switch off.
Ready for anything.
Leaves the switch on. Nick, hurry, grab my shit. It's falling out of the hopper.
What'll happen is once we apply power to all of this stuff, then what's going to happen, of course, is it's all going to start heading down the conveyor belt. And the reason we want to turn this switch off is because we don't want to dump all of our stuff on the ground.
Yep.
So now, if we go back here again, and we turn that switch back on. And of course, you know what, well, I mean, I guess they didn't give you the ability to, but it would have been nice to have a PLC style control where you could have the outermost stuff start first, right? Oh, the switch is on the other side here. We got to go turn this switch on now too. Yeah. Okay, so there goes all of our stuff out on the conveyor. And this stuff here should all have power already. Actually, we'll go back in here so we can reactivate the workbench and we'll be able to look at it and see if there's actually power there, right? Yep, there, that's got power. All of this stuff has power. That has power. Okay, that does not because I switched that switch off, right?
Yep.
So basically what's going to happen is eventually things will start to collect inside that hopper. And of course you can see inside that hopper, although it takes a minute or two or three for stuff to start going here.
It'll get there.
Yep.
You might even be able to see it coming down the line.
Well, if I could have a high enough vantage point from somewhere to see.
Oh, if only you could fly.
Yeah. So anyway, we've got stuff going here into the conveyor belt lift. And you can see it going through here. And then you can see the stuff coming through here.
Yep.
So we should start seeing stuff hit this hopper here pretty soon. And of course, I think part of the thing that I'll build for my support system is I'll have to build a series of catwalks that go alongside these conveyors for inspection purposes. Yeah, see that? Now we're starting to collect stuff in the hopper.
Nice.
Okay. And of course, since I have that power off to this hopper, well, then that little door stays shut. As soon as you put power on in that hopper, everything starts to fall out of that hopper. Right?
That would be bad news right now.
That means that we need to have some place for all of that stuff that falls out of the hopper to go, right?
Yep.
But anyway, we can probably switch this one off. And then we'll let the other one run for a few minutes just to clear the belts. And I think from this end, at least for the construction of the conveyor purposes, we're done.
Work?
Yep.
You know, except we'll obviously have to come back and build, you know, like supports and all that kind of stuff. Right?
Yes.
To make it look good, because you can't just have stuff hanging in midair like this. It looks dumb.
It's held in the air by the power of magic.
Yeah. But anyway, we've managed to not crash the game yet. So I guess so far so good.
Yep.
And I think there's ways to line things up. I don't know if there's a snap point on that little door thingy.
You could just ram a hopper under it.
Could just ram a vacuum hopper into the end of the that bigger hopper, right? That might be a thing to do too, right? But we'll see. Well, we have to go and build things from this end now.
Yeah, so you'll have to enter the sanctuary workbench.
Yeah. So if we grab our survey scope here. Okay. And I'm standing here and I'm looking down. Get out of the way, Nick. I'm standing there looking down this rail, right? Okay. So I'm looking down that rail. Okay. This is a survey instrument, sort of, right? Okay, so it's not quite dead on straight with that thing. I'm not sure whether moving that to one side slightly would help, but it doesn't look to me like it would make a lot of difference.
Yeah, I think it's mostly a rotational thing.
Yeah, but even if my conveyor line is slightly inside this rail, that's still okay, I think. Right?
You can always course correct.
And it looks as though it will end up, if Nick gets out of the way here again, it will end up being slightly, yeah, see there's more or less the center of the hopper there. And if we go straight down, it looks like it will end up more or less slightly inside that rail. Okay? There. That's how you survey in Fallout 4, folks.
Don't bother, pal. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't heard.
And just to, you know, make things a little bit easier here, because I'm going to be over here now for a while, I'm going to put a water fountain in over here so that I can drink water when I need to, without having to go all the way back into the main house there. Actually, you know what? Let's do it. Let's just have some fun here. There. Water fountain.
If you drink from the water fountain, you're not a troublemaker, right?
Yeah, that's right. And I think I'm carrying enough food that I'm good that way for a while. Okay, so now we need to figure out how to get from that hopper. So I think what I'm going to do for starters is I'm going to see if... Uh-oh, Jamaica Plain is under attack.
Ah, they can handle themselves.
They're going to have to handle it themselves. I'm busy right now. So what we're going to do, I think, is we're going to see about building one of these things, except I think we can build one that has no legs on it to start with. Right? Yeah. And we'll see if that will snap onto the end of this hopper here first. Although I guess I have to actually build it within the build limits here. Because the hopper does have snap points and all that kind of good stuff, right? Ooh. Let's have a look at that. It's an invisible snap point. You see that?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay.
That'll be useful. Just gotta make sure that conveyor goes the right way.
Oh yeah, it will, because I already know the power thing is on that side.
Ah.
So If it was on the other side, then I'm pretty sure it would go the other way. But that's okay. We'll figure this out. Because we can actually do a multiple vertical drop point thing here. Kind of, sort of.
With another hopper.
Yeah. And so what we'll do now is we'll rush back to the other end of the bridge. Because what I found is that the decline, because they do have decline conveyor pieces and all that kind of stuff.
They don't work so well.
They don't work so well. But if you use these hoppers and just use vertical drops to transfer material, you know, like from one elevation to another, then so long as you're going downhill, well, everything works great, right?
Yep.
And of course, you know, like I can snap right to that conveyor piece here with this hopper, like that. So that I'll do a short drop from that hopper onto that piece of conveyor, and then it'll drop it into this hopper. And then I should be able to build another one of those pieces of conveyor, which will snap hopefully into that invisible snap point again, right?
Yep.
Just like this. See, technically we're still building stuff downstream from Red Rocket, because these pieces will also only snap. Oh, I gotta build it first, I guess. These pieces will only snap in one direction as well, right?
Yep. Okay. That makes it easier.
Yeah. Like, if I tried to turn it around this way, it won't snap to that, I don't think.
Nope.
Yeah, see, it won't. But if I turn it this way, then it will. Now, that's almost the right height here. Because if the bridge has a little bit of a crest in it, then, you know, like I can probably just about build the rest of my conveyor line at this height.
How is your alignment at this level?
Well, let's see. We back up here. I think that's looking pretty good. We'll just whip out our survey instrument here again. Okay, there's the center of the conveyor. We go straight down.
Looks like you'll be out a little ways.
Yeah, but it won't be too bad, I don't think. Because, like, this is not a traffic area on this bridge anyway. And what I noticed from the prototype is that we did have conveyors sticking out into the bridge here a little bit anyway.
Yep.
And, you know, Brahmins and stuff like that didn't seem to have any trouble getting past there. So, I think it's all good. So now we'll start building conveyors. And we don't need to build powered ones. I think we can build straight ones. We'll just have to do a test fit here and just see, because maybe what we'll do is we'll build some more legless ones here yet. See, it only snaps in one direction.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll build some more legless ones here yet, and we'll
support them with steel beams.
Yeah, we'll fudge some kind of support system into them later. For now, we'll just defy gravity until they're built. Oh, right, I have to build it over here first. Ah. We'll build a few.
Yeah, you'll need a few.
Yeah. As you can see here, right, I can build my conveyor out to about here, and he'll still have lots of room to comfortably get by, right?
Yep.
And like I said, if you didn't have a bridge replacer and you're working with the old vanilla bridge, it probably doesn't really matter. You could probably use your hoppers to stagger your line over a little bit, and maybe even just go outside the bridge on one side and then just build some kind of pier support system out of the river, right?
Yeah, well, if you were to just use like a right angle piece and then use another right angle piece and then just straighten it out and then just go to the side, that would work.
Yep. But we're going to be, since we can use the bridge, we're going to use the bridge. Okay, we'll build a few more of these now. And we should be getting a better idea of how everything is going to fit back together here pretty soon.
Indeed.
You know what? That's looking pretty good. Oh, there. Codsworth just walked over that. Whoop. Yeah,
Hey, Brahmin.
we need that one. Yeah, you know what? That's looking pretty good, I think. Yeah. And it looks like we'll have plenty of room here. I'll have to just make a whole ton of conveyor supports of my own, I guess.
Well, that's fine.
Because I'm not going to be using any, you know, like legged pieces.
Yeah, they don't make the legs long enough anyways. Yeah, it looks like that'll work out quite nicely.
Yep, it looks like it's coming almost straight down that rail, like kind of over top of the rail, and you can see the provisioner going by there.
Not out by as much as I thought it would be, actually.
No, I think we're doing well. We're almost to the point now where we're going to be able to just start building these, right? I'm not sure how many of these you can go in a row without a power thing, so we'll make a powered one here too.
Yeah, and then actually you could run your power along that part of the bridge too.
Yeah, well, I'll run piers along the outside here, right? Because I'll have room here, obviously. And then, yeah, see, now we're within the sanctuary build limit.
Now you're in business.
So now we're in business. We need to move that light post. And I'm not too sure how far I want to take this. I could just bring it off the end of the bridge here, I think. And then we'll put a storage bin, right?
Yeah, that's what was done in the prototype.
Yeah, I think I'll just take it here and then we'll go with a left turn, right? And then we'll just put a Oh, I know what I could do too, just to make it look a little bit fancier, right? We'll use one of these because we got some materials to spare. We'll get rid of it afterwards, but we'll do this. Okay, so we need one more of those to get it down to the
Ground level.
ground level. Okay, maybe that's one too many. Okay, oh well.
Awkward half measures.
Yeah, awkward half measures. That's okay, we'll do that. And then we'll build ourselves a storage unit. Because I'll just put concrete blocks or something underneath that. And we'll get rid of that piece because I don't like those. They don't work well. And we'll just put another one of those things underneath that. Because then things will just drop off there and onto there. And actually, you know what? I screwed up there. I should have made that a powered piece. Maybe we'll make this a powered piece. There. So, now we need to get power out to this stuff, and we need to make enough power so that we can actually get power out to that stuff. And in so doing, the reason we started our episode in Sanctuary today is because I actually finished up a little bit of off-screen stuff by building a power line over here from the main settlement area.
Okay.
So what we'll do maybe is we will go... I haven't really decided where I'm going to put my fusion generator yet. But this is all done in a modular way such that I can put it pretty well anywhere I want and just connect it into the system, right?
Hey, bedroom guys, you get to sleep right next to a fusion generator. How does that sound?
That's perfectly safe. Right? I mean, you know what? They had cars running off of this kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's got to be perfectly safe. Okay. So, fusion generator. There we go.
Everybody's just popping iodine tablets 24/7.
Going. Right? And then we can just connect it to that thing right there. And we've got power. And I'm just going to jump down here because I can. Wow, look at that. See, all the merchant types are over here now. Okay, and as it happens, my power line goes all the way over. Oh, look, about an extra piece. Oh no, this is yeah.
Yeah, that's your corner piece.
As it happens, my power line here goes all the way over to here. So I can actually use this light post
Supply power to things.
to supply power to things. But I think what I'm going to do, first of all, is I'm going to have the ability to turn power on and off to these things. So we're going to go like this. And then like that. Okay, so... And it's going in the right direction, right? It's going toward the thing.
Yep.
Which is good. And then we'll start putting in our power over here. Look at that, I can even fit through there, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Actually, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have power switch back here kind of at the source of this too. Right? So we'll start off with a power switch there. And then...
Well, then you can go over to your first powered thingamajig.
Yeah. We'll just sneak that through there to start with, and then we'll put bigger ones out here. Right. So
yeah, then you can power them top down.
It looks like there's no collision here with the bridge, but that's probably due to the, you know, like maybe the bridge mod or something, right?
Yep.
But that's fine. I can use place everywhere, and I can put it there anyway. Because obviously I'm probably close to the edge of where it was really intended that I'd be able to build things anyhow. So I'm probably going to need another 1, 2, 3, 4 power things.
Yeah, probably.
Because I'll need to take power to that and this too.
Yeah, possibly even 5, but 4,
Yeah.
4 to start.
Well, probably for sure 4 at a switch. Okay, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll put that one right about there.
Are you clear of the conveyor?
I think so.
Yep.
Okay, so then we'll connect that one there. about right. We could go a little bit further, maybe.
Yeah, about like that.
Yeah, I think so long as I place all of those on the outside of that rail, then I'm good. Right? Okay, so that actually does have power all the way up to it, so I guess I didn't really need to put a powered thing there. But
Ah, well.
that's okay, because it looks like I've got continuous power from
That one.
this one here, right? Anyway, where's my, yeah. How are we doing for time, anyway?
We're about an hour 10.
Okay, well, we're probably not going to be able to finish this in this episode. But,
Should be able to get it all powered and up and running.
anyway, let's see here. Just take a peek around here. Make sure we're not clipping into the thing. Alright. It looks like our, could probably push it in a little further here just to get the wire down. There, now I've got collision again on the ground there. See?
Yep.
Okay, so is the wire below the... Oh, now it's in the bridge, right?
There might not be anything you can do unless you want to
There might
route
not.
a
You know
little.
what? I just took my coring tool and I drilled a hole through that that structural member on the bridge there just to, you know, so I could run my power cord through it. That's that's what I did.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, that's not a problem, folks. It's perfectly reasonable engineering technique. You know, we don't need to worry too much about the structural integrity of this bridge. I mean, if you saw the vanilla sanctuary bridge, which everyone probably has.
It was holding up just fine.
Yeah, it was just holding up just fine, even though most of the boards had fallen out and one side had no visible means of support anymore, and, you know, that kind of stuff, right? Okay, well, I think we can probably go on this side again. We'll just strategically place this over here somewhere, maybe. The one thing that's awkward is having the connectors all on this side for the hoppers,
Yeah.
but I guess we'll just have to make do. And then I guess we'll build a switch and stick it about here.
And then you can run power to that hopper.
Yeah, although it doesn't have to be like a full-size switch. I can... it doesn't really matter. I guess I could build it as a full-size switch. I think I have enough resources now. I don't have to be cheap with them. But as people may have realized, this is a very resource-intensive project. Like, you need to prepare for it, and you need to have a lot of materials.
Yeah, you actually put quite a bit into this.
Yeah. Oh, time to go and have a drink of water here now.
And a snack. Oh, no, you put
right.
it by the...
Yeah, I put it on the sign there, didn't I?
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
Yeah. And now that we've... Okay, we got some grilled rad roach and some crispy squirrel bits, so I guess they're now. What else can we do here? Okay, so right now all of this stuff is powered and running. I just haven't connected that hopper yet, right?
Yep.
So what we're going to do, obviously, is, you know, it's getting dark, so we're going to have to go and have a nap again because it's too dark to see what we're doing again already.
Roof, bed.
Yeah. Boston, it must be weird. Does it really get dark this early? Like this dark this early in Boston? Like where we live during the summer months, I don't even know what... yeah, it's July. during the summer months, it doesn't even start to get dark until almost midnight, right? Like,
Yeah, really.
so it's kind of weird. But
I don't know,
anyway.
southern places are weird. Probably also sweltering in Boston, too.
Yeah, I imagine by our standards anyway. Since it's how a winter day in South California is like a hot summer day here almost.
Yep.
Oh, now I gotta take some antibiotics and drink a bunch of water.
How are you?
Ah, rip.
Well, you know, this is one of those things, right? That's why we carry lots of antibiotics and why we have water fountains.
A needle just fixes all problems.
Yeah. Okay, there. We are properly hydrated. And it's light out again so we can see what we're doing. And we just have a switched pylon to build, and then I think we're just about all ready to go for a test. Okay. So we'll build a large switched pylon.
And run it all the way out there.
Yeah. So that's that's actually a combat rifle I found too that has the endless ammunition legendary.
Okay, so Nick never reloads.
Yeah, so he never has to reload, although I did have to give him a whole whack of my 45 ammunition, right?
Well, you had a lot of it anyways.
No, not so much now. So I guess we'll put that kind of sort of right in here. That'll do. And then we'll have to switch it off. And then we'll have to go back because I went and did that before I connected it. We'll have to go back and reactivate the workbench so that I can connect the last couple of power connections.
Mother Nature never ceases to amaze.
And then the next stage of the test, I think what we'll do is we'll see if material will transfer from that previous hopper to this hopper, right? What the hell is that?
Somebody listen to the radio.
No, those little iBots fly around and they play one of the modded radio stations I have that's the Enclave broadcast system or something.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll connect that there, and then we'll go and we'll connect that to this. Okay, and everything else is running, and that hopper is off right now. So then we need to go over to where the switch is for that hopper, which is way the hell up there. Because I think, oh yeah, right, we need to run power to that little conveyor piece there. I almost forgot about it. Okay, so that's why we needed one more power pylon.
Yep.
Right? So I'll have to build one more pylon here and we'll run it over and connect it to that little conveyor over there.
Ah, well.
Okay, so we'll build one of those, and just to be comfortable about it, we'll build another one of those. Because I think we have enough room now, we can put it out here, and we don't need to worry about blocking traffic or anything like that.
Yeah, the whole thing widens out at this point.
Yeah, and then we can put one more over here and we'll comfortably be able to power all of our stuff. And since, you know, so long as I have the hopper here shut, it really doesn't matter if that runs all the time or not.
Yep.
It has power now. So, what we're going to do now for the rest of our test here is, because we already have some stuff in that upper hopper, is we're going to go up here. I'm going to build a little bit of structural stuff in this area here just to make getting around a little easier, but I guess we can do that off camera and then maybe show it off next episode.
Yeah. Well, because you got a lot of structural work to do anyways.
Yeah, oh yeah, lots and lots, hours, probably. Anyway, we'll turn that on. And now our hopper is opened up and it's dropping out onto that little conveyor and then dropping into that hopper.
Yep.
And you
just
can
as
see
it's
it.
supposed to.
You can see it dropping out of there. Which is just lovely.
So now you'll just have to see if it will run down that conveyor there, that long conveyor.
Yep. And actually, I could probably go further up the line here. Well, actually, everything else is running already, right? Yeah. So I could just switch this switch on, which will open the trap there in that hopper, and then we should start feeding stuff out onto this line, right? If I can get out from behind here now.
Hard to look at it like this.
And there it all goes. There's all those mute fruit, and there goes a typewriter, and a bunch of water.
Well, one last place would be that drop-off at the 90-degree angle there.
Yeah, well, we'll head down this way, and we'll see if it's going here. It should be, we should have stuff arriving here at the corner shortly.
Hey, Brahmin.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing?
Well, this will be interesting. Let's see what happens. Well, here comes some stuff. Oh, he moved. I guess the Brahmin can clip right through it, right?
Maybe that's how they end up on rooftops and other things like that.
Yeah, probably. Because they can clip through anything, right? So anyway, here comes some stuff. And really the only thing I anticipate with these little drops, because they're not extremely high, is if you tried to get a, you know, like drop a bowling ball or something like that,
Nice to have someone watching.
then you might have some stuff bouncing off, right? But
Well,
we can
deflection
always build
plates.
a little deflection plate there to contain things if we need to. And then, of course, everything goes nicely into our conveyor storage here. And what I'm going to do now is we're going to build a barbecue.
The ultimate in settlement management.
The ultimate tool for settlement management.
Yes.
Because then what we can do is we'll power up this entire thing, right,
Yep.
at the other end as well.
See, barbecues are mandatory in any industrial conveyor belt system, right?
That's right. Because you got to have some way to transfer it. Because the idea here, what I want to do, is fully automate the process by which you clear stuff out of the Red Rocket truck stop workbench, so that your scavengers will continue to produce more junk items.
Yeah.
But I don't want to have to, like, manually empty out, because I don't like manual labor. I don't want to have to manually empty out a bin over here, right? Like, for instance, that bin. And drag that stuff all over to Sanctuary. I'd rather just throw a switch here and automate that whole process.
Did you
Right.
throw the top level switch too?
I think so, yeah. I think I'd left it on, actually, because I wanted to clear the line. And
You also had that storage unit that was over here that was filled with stuff that you'd attach from the line.
yeah, there, see,
Right
so
there.
Where?
On your right. Right over there. On that catwalk.
Oh,
you're
okay,
going.
yeah, okay. So anyway, we got stuff heading down the line there, and of course we'll build some kind of a you know, like, nice catwalk system that follows alongside the conveyor, at the different elevations so that we can easily see what's going on.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything in this one. Okay, I guess there's a couple of things in it. We'll take those. And then I think we can probably safely scrap this bin now. Right?
Yep.
And
Do you
then
think we can hold this place, General?
we'll just kind of follow along here and we'll see how things are going, right? Some things actually are funny, like you see those cobs of corn that are spinning on the conveyor belt.
Yep.
If you get things like that, or baseballs, or even bowling balls, sometimes they'll spin backwards on the belt like that, and then they won't move down the belt, right? Which is why it would be handy to have a catwalk at this level, because every now and then a person can walk along the catwalk and inspect things and maybe get, pick up the odd little thing like that gets stuck.
Yep. Although all those square blocks seem to be doing fine.
Yep. Well, and the purified water containers are all right too, right? So anyway, you can see stuff dropping into the hopper there, and then out of the bottom of the hopper onto that little transfer conveyor, and into that hopper, and then onto the next line, and then all the way down the line there to Sanctuary Hills. So if I leave this powered on all the time, then it should automatically transfer any junk items that my settlers with scavenger work assignments produce.
Yep.
And it will automatically transfer all of that stuff out of the workbench and down the line here until it gets to that storage bin in Sanctuary Hills.
Which is especially convenient.
Yes, because then I can go over to Sanctuary Hills here. It looks like we made our drop points nice too, so we don't have any real big problems with stuff bouncing off the belt and that kind of thing.
Yeah, the prototype had some pretty steep drops in it.
Yeah, well, the prototype, we were sort of still trying to figure it out. That's why we were doing that on a side play, kind of. But anyway, we got a spinning cob of corn over there again, right? One that made it a little further down the belt before it started spinning out.
If it keeps spinning like that, it'll peel itself.
Yeah, but anyway, so then we have all of this stuff land in here. And then, of course, because this barbecue grill is connected to the workshop bench, well, I can very easily just take all out of there and then drop it all right into here, and then it's in the sanctuary workbench, and then it's in the entire provisioner connected supply system, right?
Nice.
Which is very nice. So there you go, folks. You can, in fact, build a working overland conveyor system from the Red Rocket truck stop over to Sanctuary Hills.
With only a few mods.
With only a few mods. And actually, like I said, place everywhere is very important. Another mod that is called Settlement Infinite Outside Border Time. Okay, which is a bit of a mouthful, but that's what the mod's called.
Yeah, those are the two that you really need.
Those are the two that you really need. So, if you've got those two mods, well, then you can do something like this, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, it's very cool.
But anyway, I'm going to go off camera now and spend some time admiring my handiwork.
And ramming supports under it.
And building, we're going to make sure that this looks properly engineered by the time we come back for the next episode. So I'm going to build a bunch of supports under it, and then we can show it off. And then I guess we can figure out what we want to do next. I think now that I've rescued Nick and gone and killed Kellogg and seen, okay, it looks like we did not get a second visit from the Pridwin, right? So that part of the FSD seems to be consistent. He actually engineered out the the Pridwin thing.
Yep.
You know, like at the end of the. Well, look, see, it looks like there's no collision on the Brahmin, so
Excellent.
all that stuff just keeps going. Oh, there, see, a piece of corn just fell off.
Oh, that's what the deflection plate will be for.
Yeah, we'll put a deflection plate up on either side of this once I put supports in, because it looks like, because of the right angle turn there, it looks like some, stuff is kind of on the edges of the belt
Yep.
by the time it does that. And that's probably a drawback to having a transfer point right at a right angle turn, right?
Well, that's fine.
But anyway, I guess we'll go for now. And
Who needs
when
help?
we come back, we'll have another little look at this, and then I guess maybe what we'll do is we'll continue to adventure with Nick Valentine for a little while.
Alrighty.
Until then,
I'm RecV5.
and I'm Sandman99.
Merry Christmas.
Yes, it is Christmas time, so Merry Christmas.